guys came, and at least there's like 5 or 6 of you. You know what I mean? And so I guess I'm in where? Fort Worth, Texas.
Well, we're also live, so we're going to
You're
go live.
live? Okay, so I should be sitting here since you're live.
Right.
Is that better right there?
That's actually better. Thank you.
Okay. Is that better for you?
That is better. So tell us about you.
Okay, comedian Howard Moore, out of New York, and you guys probably see me on just recently on the Donna Drake show. We have like 5 other shows coming up on the Stars channel from BET, Comic View, and everything. And I'm in Fort Worth because you guys know about my tour, what's happening, and then also my future book, More Thoughts, which is coming out, I guess, in the fall. And we got that 40 city tour, so that's why I'm here, and want to let you guys know what's happening.
Okay.
And that was that. So we're in Fort Worth, Texas here, again, where it's hot, very hot. You know, my cousin,
Yes.
so hot, I seen the devil in the cab drinking Coke.
Oh, Lord.
Very hot.
Yeah.
My cousin that road rage with somebody, you know what I mean? And he told me to go to hell. And I said, you know what? I may go to hell just to cool off. How do you guys deal with this heat in here? My goodness. I was here actually 10 years ago for one day to visit my aunt. It was like 100 in the shade. I don't know how you guys do it. You know what I mean?
Texas is no joke.
I know. Actually, believe it or not, when I got here yesterday, I looked like Drake. Now I look like 50 Cent right now. Okay?
Oh, Lord.
That's that dog. You know it's hot in here, okay? You know how hot it is out there. Oh my goodness. How do you guys deal with the heat?
So where are you coming from?
I'm actually coming from New York.
Okay.
Okay. And, you know, on my way to Chicago and a few other cities.
Chi-town, my
Chi-town, okay.
All right, now.
Pow, 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 pow. Welcome.
Wait a minute. Chi-town.
It's all good. We all got them. I actually had the benefit of my cousin taking me around on a tour. I've actually never been on a tour of Dallas, so I was glad to see that you guys got hoods like us. You know what I mean? I thought New York only had only the smokers and the crackheads, but I guess you guys got the deal, huh? Who were you guys in North Dallas? Philly were?
South Dallas.
Down South Dallas and downtown.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
South Dallas.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you guys got everything here, huh? You got the heat. You got the people on the street. You know what I knew it was a black area? When you see all the liquor stores, right? Do you know?
You know.
Well, like me and my cousin said, every time you see, when I saw Martin Luther King Boulevard, we said that, right?
Right.
Anything on Martin Luther King Boulevard, you know, any state, that's where all the hood is. Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, that's where it is. You know what I mean? He stood for nonviolence. There ain't nothing but nonviolence going on in the streets, right?
Right.
That's every place, though. It's just not here. You know what I mean?
That's
So
it.
Texas, like I said, you guys have your own vibe. You know what I mean? And everything. Again, white people can walk around with guns, so I ain't too comfortable with that. But that's another thing.
Open carry. Open carry.
Yeah, that's what it is. So being in Texas, like I said, there's so much going on. You know, you guys got the Heat, you guys got the Cowboys. Again, we're touring and just trying to, you know, work the cities and see what's happening. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
And you guys been here for how long?
We've been here for 17 years.
That long, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
A full
Indie
17.
bookstore. Trying to survive. So we're
Well,
glad
you-
you're here. Thank you for supporting Indie
Well,
Bookstore.
I'm quite sure that, you know, from, I guess my agent told me you guys have like Dion and a few other people, you know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
you guys are, you
Yeah,
know,
we have had some names. We got some. Yeah, they've been through.
you got like the
With their
Hall of,
books. So
the
when
Hall
you
of
come out with your
Names.
book, huh?
Okay.
You got a Hall of
Well,
Names?
if I come out with my book, when I do come out with a book, okay, you guys got to really, really promote this and that. I mean, I get on the radio all day long, but we got to make sure that, you know what I mean, everybody's knowing about it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Again, the Donna Drake show is in Fort Worth. Just did a show last week in the city that is on the CD station. That's over 200 people. So
Yeah.
I don't know what, nobody has TV sets out here no more or what? What's
Well,
going
we
on?
actually shared that video. A lot of people don't do TV, but we actually shared
Oh,
the
okay.
video on our
Well, you shared the
socials.
video, so I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so that's what I do. I keep busy. So let me tell you a little bit about my background. I come from a family, really smart, you know, 6 siblings, you know what I mean? Including me. I'm the second youngest. And again, from Long Island, New York. And I started in like late 94, 95. So I've been doing stand-up for many years and producing, you know, a lot of these comedy shows and some plays and got some movies happening. You know what I mean?
okay.
So that's what I do. You know what I mean? And going to different cities because every city is different. You know what I mean? And there's so much that's going on. Like I said, here's in Dallas, you got New York, but you know, we all have Martin Luther King Boulevards,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
We all got that. And, you know, just state to state is just always different. Like Florida's hot, Atlanta's hot, you know, Dallas is extra hot, you know what I mean? But everybody has different, you know, things that's going on. So as I see here, like I said, I saw a lot of the black women. Let me tell you something right now. You guys, I see why you guys got the good hair weaves. You got the great hair weave. That's a good thing. I'm not trying to crack. It's the good things. Seeing a lot of horses over here bald, but that's okay.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
But you guys look good though. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter if you got to weave, you weave it, achieve it. If you got the receipt, it's yours, girl. Remember that.
Right.
You guys got a lot of things. You guys got rappers now coming out. They got the big X the plug, right? That guy. Well, I saw the brother. He make Biggie Smalls look like Puffy. All right. That's how Biggie was. All right. So I guess everything is bigger in Texas, huh? Yeah. Came to the airport, saw a couple of nice sisters. I don't know how, you know, how, if you wear, it's okay if you wear size 16 or 17, you know what I mean? Because you're still sexy, all right? But I was like, my goodness, how you get all them in jeans? And she turned and told me, everything's bigger in Texas. And guess it is.
Now you know.
I guess it is, you know what I mean? We got famous people in Texas, Beyonce, who you know I love, you know what I mean? Obviously Jamie Foxx, you know, he's from here. Mike Friend, he's a good friend of mine, from the Martin Show,
Mhm.
you know, from the fifth floor. Okay, Reg, you know, Matthew McConaughey's from here. I didn't know Barry White was from here.
Oh,
I
Barry
didn't know
White.
that.
Yeah, Barry White is actually from here,
Ah.
from Galveston.
oh, wow.
Jack Johnson, who I'm actually doing something, I'm doing a little documentary thing. A lot's been done on him, but I've been a huge fan. He's the first black heavyweight, you know, champion that was out of Texas. You know, what I mean, Galveston, they call him the Galveston Giant. They just pardoned him for some ridiculous Mann Act, you know, at Clinton, but we know how that is. Great story. In case you guys don't know, Ali said that he was bad, but Jack Johnson was crazy because let's face it, you could get hanged for the things he was doing in the 1900s.
Mm.
Think about it. You guys got to think about how bad this is. Just imagine having 1,000, 10,000 white people. You beating up on white men. You going with white women. Emmett Till looked at a white girl, okay, and probably said, "Hey, you look good." And look what happened to him. Jack Johnson was whooping white guys behind. Will you hear me? In the ring, going. Matter of fact, going with prostitutes, white girls. It's a true story. And, you know, we dressed. I get my dress from Jack Johnson. They had that in, you know, ring. So he would give them boxing shows, loved clothes, and loved hoes. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not making this up. Look, you guys should know this. It's history. It is. I'm going to visit Galveston one day. I'm definitely going to visit it. So you guys have a lot of famous stuff. Again, the Cowboys, we all know. I'm a big, actually, I am a Giants fan and Kansas City Chiefs fan, but I was a Cowboy fan for many years. I mean, I still, you know, support the Cowboys. I'm talking about as a kid, like, you know, Tony Dorsett and people like that. Like, I know them coming up, and I actually saw them when I was little. So, like, everybody was a Cowboys fan. I mean, I don't see any Super Bowl this year, but, you know. You'll try it, but
It's been a while.
only Dallas can go on being America's team, you know what I mean,
And
for
I'm
30,
winning
40
again.
years and don't win the Super Bowl in 10, 15 years, but they still America's team. You know what I mean?
That's right.
What it is, you know what I mean? So you guys got that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So who's one of your favorite comedians? Are you like under
Eddie.
Richard
I think-
Pryor or?
Eddie, because I know Eddie personally, and he always helped me out in my early time.
Oh,
But I'm a big fan, obviously. You know what I tell people when they ask me that?
what?
It's my top three, it doesn't have to be the same order, is probably Richard Pryor, George Carlin, okay? And usually Eddie. I'm not a huge Bill, not because Bill Cosby went through so much, you know what I'm saying? Because I cuss. I'm not going to cuss today, you know. I may throw a few in there, but I'm a cusser, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. But I'm going to respect you because we got a couple of ladies in there, it's not only you walking away. And then when I really come back for a book and we do what we got to do, I don't want to say, well, but you know, he cusses too damn much, you know what I'm saying? So you can wait for that for the comedy club, but I'm a cusser. So I really don't like Bill Cosby because he frowns upon, and let me tell you something. As long as you're not just cussing, it's okay. You said kiss my ass every now and then or what have you. You know, it's okay. We grown folks in here, you know what I'm saying? This is like a seminar, what I'm doing right now as I see. It's kind of like a small, you know, seminar, AA meeting or something. So, you know what I'm talking about? AA meeting. That's what I'm thinking. This is a small crowd. I've never had a small crowd like this, so I'm trying to soak it in and say, okay, this is like a seminar, so I'm giving a talk. So you guys need to listen up to what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'm accustomed sometimes, so you'll be okay. You'll say, but that was funny though. You know, he said kiss his ass and this and that, but you know, it was funny the way he did it. So Bill Cosby, I think, is a great comedian. Right, tells the story, but sometimes kind of corny. And then what he did with Eddie, you know what I mean? And he cusses too much, this and that. Like Eddie said, he puts jokes, you know, in his curses. Obviously, he made it through Saturday Night Live. You can't get on there without cursing. Proved. And I always tell people, you know what I'm saying? Cussing is only bad if somebody doesn't have, you know, any upbringing. Okay. And I have a good vernacular. I come from a really smart family. You know what I mean? My mother got her master's when she was 46 with 6 kids, and I got 2 PhDs in my family. My cousin's smart right here. Erica has a PhD. Introduce yourself, Erica. I got a smart family. She has a PhD. Very smart. You know what I mean? So I can always tell people, I come from a smart family, right? But I'm the wittiest. Because, you know, I cuss and shit, you know that way. You know what I mean? Like, I keep it gangster, but I'm still righteous with my stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's kind of who I am.
Righteous
Like, I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. Like, me, I'll tell you the kind of woman that I like. I realize now. No more the young girls. I don't want no more the strip club girls, you know what I'm saying? And they're coming through with the thongs, and the thong ain't good. It ain't a thong, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. I need like 55-year-old, right? But she got a little gangster in her, will. You know what I mean? She got to know how to roll a joint. You know what I'm saying? Have at least a 700 FICO score. That's sexy to me, right? We get in the fight. She got my back. She fighting. I ain't the only one throwing down. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, have a little balance. Have a little balance. I got 2 sisters. I have a sister who's one of the top sociologists in the world. You should have her. Brenda has like 7 books out. She's in Singapore right now. She's been on every TV show. She was just on Tavis Smiley or something like that. So many awards from America, I don't even know. You should have her. She costs some money though. Dr. Brenda Moore. My sister is 75 now. Looks like she's 55. Look up. My sister is amazing. Both my sisters are.
She's an artist.
Dr. Brenda Moore. Yeah, she does book tours, but it's like I said, she costs a lot of money. Okay, but people know who she is, but you can look her up. They have another sister who is amazing, super smart, but they're 2 different people, right? Same family, 2 different people. Like Brenda never curses. My sister never curses. It's like Erica. Erica really doesn't curse. But my sister Jamie, look, I'll give you an example. I'm out of town, I'm doing a show, and the guy says, hey man, I know you. No, you don't. You know, Showtime, I know you, Howard Moore. When he says Howard or Howie Moore, I go, you have to know me, because they usually call me Showtime. This guy came up to me, Lonnie, he goes, yeah, I know your whole family. And he mentioned my whole family, he mentioned, you know, yeah, because your sister. She said, get the hell out of my porch. Get the hell over. We had a nice porch. You punk, I kick your ass. I was like, that's not something that Brenda would say. That's only something Janie would say, right? Sure enough, I called my sister. I get back to the hotel. She knows, yeah, Ronnie Jones, you was 10 years old, so you really couldn't go on that side because she's like 2 years older than me. You know what I mean? But he mentioned everybody. But you know the characteristic. My sister Brenda, she'll just, you know, cuss you out with words. That's what she does. You know what I mean? She just bust you over the head with words. You know what I'm saying? You're an ignoramus or whatever. You go, that just don't sound right. You know, I think this chick just cussed me out. But you know what? This ain't right. You know what I mean? My sister, she'll punch in your face. She's that one. You know what I'm saying? No, she'll punch in your face. I remember before I could defend myself, and then when I really got nice in the box on my hands and everything, I was like 11. So she's like 13 or 14 many times. You know, you got people in your street chasing you down the street, running and shit like that. I'm gonna get my sister to kick your ass. That's what I used to do. You know what I mean? She was that girl. You know what I mean? She was that sister. It's kind of, you know what I realized? I realized something. Because we're in an intimate crowd, so this is like a little seminar, like I said, we're talking, right? You know what I realized? Something? The older that you get, when you have older brothers and sisters that been telling you what the hell to do, they still do that shit. Do you know that?
I agree.
No, I'm serious. I stayed at my sister. I was going to stay at the hotel, but you know, you try to always be around family, right? He's making my breakfast and make up your bed and I'm a grown ass man. In my 50s. This is she talking to me. You know what I'm saying? How do you get to Texas? Do you need money? Did you pack food? Did you? Mom been there for 25 years. What you doing? But that's what they do. They still talk to you. My other older sister, Brenda, that's how they talk to you. Like, it's almost like you're always 15. You know what? I heard a song, and I guess it was by, this is a rapper. She's a famous radio person, Angie Martinez from New York. She said she had a little lyric that said, you never met a guy that always had it made, but he always make you feel like you felt in the 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? And you always feel like the little brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm a grown ass man, Will. Telling me to make my bed. You know what I'm saying? Who talks to people like that? You know what I mean?
Your sister.
Yeah.
Your big sister.
But that's what they do. You always like you're, like you're 12.
Mm.
Who tells grown ass people that? You know what I'm saying? Do you have your keys? Do you have food? Do you have that? I got my own place. What do you mean I got my keys? That's how I'm serious. That's how he talk to me. You know what I mean? And then my brother, he's a lawyer. And he's the oldest one. Forget it. He's like, I'm goddamn 8 years old. You know what I mean? Stay at his house. I don't like a lot of rules. I'm in my 50s now. We've been out the house for 25 years. You know what I mean? And they still talk to you like you're 12. You know what I'm saying? Howard doesn't call me Showtime or Howard. You have to understand that. Really. But I guess that's being, because I don't talk to my younger brother like that. But that's what they do. You know what I mean? And I hear that from a few people. So I guess that's what it is. In other states, I always like to take a survey. So I guess, that's kind of what it is. Look out for me, but you know what I mean? You have to make my breakfast. I gotta take my vitamins. You got money. Did you take your keys with you? I'm like, chick, I don't even goddamn live with you. What are you talking about? I'm like, bring my keys. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So as we have this small crowd here, I'm gonna take a check right here. I know my cousin's right here, this is Eric, and this is William, and we're in Fort Worth, Texas. So brother, where you from? What do you do?
From here, I'm a teacher and an author.
You're a teacher and an author, and what's your books?
The poetry collections, my latest one will be coming out in October.
Okay, so you're like a real author. So you have like a name for it or what?
Yes, it's called When We Feel We Exist.
When we feel weak?
No, when we feel we exist.
When we feel weed. So that got something to do with getting high, huh? He said when weed exists. That sounds like I understand that now. You know what I mean? So you talk about nickel bags or dime bags. So what's that about? What's going on with that?
Kind of just exploring like the quiet moments of life and taking stock of that, and that's really where.
Well, I guess if you're smoking weed, I guess you will sit back and relax and think, right? Will take a stock of life. I guess that's what it is. Say again your title again.
When we feel we exist.
Oh, you said when we feel we. Okay, I just do that in the weed. Okay. All right. You're like, that's good, brother. Like self-improvement and that type of thing. We need stuff like that. That's a good thing. Because I get that energy off you. I get that energy like, you're smart, but you're quiet, but you're about helping the black people. And I am too, but at the same time, you know what I mean? As I was telling my cousin, we can't help those that can't help themselves. You homeless, I tell you, go to hell. All right? Because I'm going to give you $1 or something. I'm going to help you out. All right? But I'm not doing this shit every day. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Here it is. I travel all over the damn place. I come back 9 hours later, you're in the same place. You're not trying. That's all I'm saying. It's okay to help people. I'm not saying damn all of them, but you can't be on the corner not doing anything. Do something. You know what I mean? At least down in North Dallas, what have you. Shit, they got waters and sodas and cupcakes and shit, right? Well, they're giving you something. That's all I'm saying. Don't just go, yo, brother. Yo, man, yo. No, you better have something in your hand, a chiclet, something. You know what I'm saying? For me, at least that way you leave with something. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because everybody's trying to make it. Everybody's trying to do something. Everybody's trying to make it. I understand you're going to, you know what? Excuses like everybody's got a butt. Everybody's got one, right? I get it. In any city I go to, I see it here. I've seen it in 20 different cities. We have the same problem. You got the people in the hoods, right? Brother, I can't do it. If I got $1, I'll give it to you, but I'm just not giving you anything. It's every place. Just not New York, just not LA, you know what I mean? It's Florida, it's Miami. So I have the same thing for them. Brother, do something. Because what happens is they actually just gave up. That's what it is. You know what I mean? They just gave up. Okay, I understand that. I'm not here to tell you that I support the boosters, but I'm trying to help out. That's what I'm saying. Okay? I'm trying to help out. But brother, have something. That's what I'm saying. You can't have nothing. You got to do something, right? Because now, I don't know how it is in Texas, but in New York, I always tell the ladies, get your stuff at 7-Eleven past like 5 o'clock. I'll tell you what, because they're knocking people in the head. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying? A sister didn't have 25 cents. Well, 25 cents. They're knocking their damn head. Are you serious right now? Well, quarter. But it's getting bad like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if you're really not ready, I'm about to say a couple of curses to put your foot in somebody's ass, right? Then you can't go to certain places at certain times. That's what I'm saying. because this really isn't a free country. But I'll tell you something right now. Again, every place has it. People are falling off. Like you probably have a lot of your books are like self-help. Trust me, brother, they're not reading the books. But we have the smart people that are. So it's people like you that can reach out to them, you know what I mean? And other people to help them. I just don't have that much patience. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I leave 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm running around, I'm going in 3, 4 different, I come back and this brother's still in the same goddamn place. Something's wrong here, right? You still need $1 or $2. Brother, you got to change your hustle, right? And they don't get it. And the bad thing is, if it's the young one, but I hate when you see them like over 50, 55. You know, that's like a woman that doesn't get it together. We have some ladies in here, so I'm going to say this nicely, right? Things you did at 25, you damn sure ain't doing at 50 or 55, right, ladies? Am I right or wrong? Can I get a little applause? I need a couple of hand claps for that. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Sister, you can clap. It's okay.
Sure.
I work the room now at this place. If you have a little seminar, I'll come around the room. Don't even worry about it. But it's true. You know what I mean? You met a guy. His pants was off his ass. He was cute. You know what I mean? Ray looks cool. He got the earrings in his ears. You say that at 18, 20, 25. You already got pregnant. You ain't doing that at 50, 55. 45, you're not doing that. You want to know, does he have a job? Is he gainfully employed, right? Is he a good guy? Negro, what's your police record? That's what we need to know. Stuff like that, right? No, women ask questions, you know what I mean? Because you dating a 25-year-old, he got warrants. He live at home with his mama. You know what I mean? He's selling weed on the corner. He ain't doing nothing. Like, this brother looks like, you look like a young brother. Like, he looks like he's doing stuff. How old are you, brother?
26.
How old?
26.
Wow. 26 years old. Wow. And you writing books and you're an author already? Look at that. Wow. I didn't start coming until I was like 29. I was hitting the streets, you know what I'm saying? And having a good time, but always with the school. That was my thing. They don't have, you know what it is? Most young people don't have things to do. Like my thing was going to school, chasing chicks, going to nightclubs, making money. That was it. So I always had something to do. You know what I mean? They don't have things to do. So when they're young, like I said, think about it. And again, women are smarter than men. You look at things that's happening today right now. Women develop faster than men. We all know that. A round of applause. We get that or no? You don't believe that? Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Women start to develop at like 25, 26, and they're smarter. So when we see people like, you know, I do this at the nightclubs and it's a little bit different, but we know like you're going to hear the book come out very soon. You guys know what happened with Shannon Sharp, right? The football player, right? Shannon wasn't too sharp. You know that. You dealing with a goddamn 20-year-old white girl. A young lady, we didn't have to have Oprah tell us, young women don't start to develop to 25, 26. They're still navigating life. That's what they're doing. You know what I mean? So he's dealing with a 20-year. She was 19 when we felt him. Now, I don't know if you saw him. Shannon Sharp is a good size. I'm ass kicking weight. I'm about 6'2", 215, 220. I'm good shape. Don't let me take my jacket off. This whole goddamn room get dark. All right? But let me tell you, he looks like King Kong. You seen Shannon Sharp, right? Arms, this and that. He looked like King Kong chasing that white girl. What do he look like? When you're dealing with a 20-year-old girl, there's nothing that a man that is 56 years old should be saying to a damn 20-year-old girl at 10, 11 o'clock. Because I ain't got nothing to say to him. You know the only time I talk to? No, I do. You know when I talk to Will, a 20-year-old white girl? When I call Domino's. And even then I say, put my man Guma on the phone. Ain't nothing I gotta be talking to her 5 minutes about. That's crazy. Just that visual. So when they offered $10 million, I'm not saying you had nothing wrong, but you were saying things. Brother, you gotta be smarter than this. You're again 56. I expect 25-year-old to say the things he was saying on the phone. Let me tell you something. I have said many things on the phone. I'm not gonna say here because this is a friendly crowd. I done talk some shit on the phone, Will. You hear me? But as soon as a woman says things like, "Oh, we doing this, we do," wait a minute, we don't talk like this. Click. I'll see you when I get to the house. Right? Definitely not no 20. You couldn't tell that was a setup, right? All the things he was saying. So he tried to settle for 10 million. She didn't want that, but she ended up getting money anyway, right? Which we knew was going to happen. Brother, Cat Williams told you before. Comedian Monique told you 2 weeks before. Leave them alone. Get yourself old women, this and that. And I go back and tell you, there's a lot of beautiful sisters. And I'm not down it. Let me say this right here. Not just because it's a black place here, right? Because it's okay. If you like white women, you like white women. That's your thing. Right? But you know how many beautiful sisters there are between 55 and 75? You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the white girl, the young white girl. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's like the whole damn OJ thing. You know what I mean? You know that, right? That was that Shannon Sharp thing, Will, was the whole OJ thing. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You can slap a sister, but goddamn, you go ahead and slap a white girl. See what happens to your ass. Right? Soon as they charged Shannon Sharp and he had to go to court, and he didn't even get arrested. But as soon as he had to go to court, boy, everybody was out. The police, DEA, he didn't even about drugs. You know what I mean? Frogman, every damn thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, they put a search there. You should know that. And again, if you look at them, if you know the King Kong thing, look at King Kong. King Kong and the white girl. That's actually an analogy. You know that. The black man with the white girl. See, I'm dropping a little science on the seminar right here so you'll understand what I'm saying. You saw what King Kong was doing. Instead of him swatting goddamn planes, you saw the movie. He went around chasing that goddamn little white girl. To the movie. You know what I'm saying? Then he was on a tower and it got his ass killed, right? Chasing a damn white girl all the time. Again, I'm not mad if your brothers like the white girls. I know that. You know what I mean? My brother played football. I know guys that played football. Football and white girls go hand in hand. Okay? You're laughing. So let me start talking about the Cowboys. That's what I'm going to say. Okay? But it's okay. But you know, certain things. She's 20. Something got to say in your mind. You're 56. You're almost 60. Something like, I mean, everybody. And you got daughters 24, 25. Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna share this with y'all. You don't tell nobody. We feel this, right? I'm in the club where I'm talking to. Let me tell you when I know I got older. I'm gonna tell you when I know I got older. I'm in the club. I'm doing my two-step. Well, because I'm gonna go too far. I'm gonna do my two-step. I'm trying to talk to the girl. She's 27. Okay, but that's when you know you're getting older. When you get in the club, and you start saying, you know something. Where's the exits? You know what I'm saying? I had to close the club down. I come to the club 3 o'clock, leave at 6. You know what I mean? Why is the music so damn loud? This is me. You know what I'm saying? Wow, why, did the DJ playing that? You know what I mean? How many bathrooms you got in here? You know what I mean? She's gonna look at me saying, you know, this nigga was asking too many damn questions. You know what I mean? That's what she's thinking. So I said, I said, let me get your number, this and that. She says, okay. I went to get a pen and a piece of paper. Well, her and her girlfriend started laughing. Like, oh, he doesn't put it in his phone? You know what I mean? So I asked her, I said, well, how old are you? And she said she was 27. Now, all I got to say to this, dating young is okay. That's your business, right? But you know when it like feels wrong? You know what I'm saying? Something must be wrong. That's what I'm saying. And then she said, oh, you know what? She said, I went to school with your niece. I was like, ow, right? And then the other girl goes, yeah, oh, you're Mr. Moore. Let me tell you something. My name is Showtime. You start calling me Mr. Moore in the damn club. You already make me automatically feel old now. You know what I mean? She said, Mr. Moore. I'm like, you didn't say Showtime. You know what I mean? That's what I knew. And what conversations can you really have with a 25, 27-year-old girl? Things are different. You know what I mean? Things are different. I told her, you know, after the club, you know, I said, I wanted to go down to Church's Chicken. At that time, they were setting fires, stuff like that. But I heard, you know, these white people are crazy setting fire to Church's Chicken. You know what I mean? She told me, she said, I don't worry about that. I like Popeyes. I'm like, churches, they're burning churches, not the chicken. You know, when I start talking about Reagan and stuff like that, and they look at me like I got, you know, a weird ass disease or something. You know what I mean? It's a different time zone. That's what it is.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You mentioned music and songs and stuff like that. They were just born. You know what I mean? I'm in the club talking to some people. They said they knew Megan Thee Stallion. I like Megan Thee Stallion from Texas. I like her rap. I like everything. Dated a lot of rappers. Do you guys know who Megan Thee Stallion is?
Mhm.
She's from Texas. Yeah. Now she's dating Klay Thompson. So first she was dating the guy Tory Lanez that shot her. You know what I mean? Now she's dating with one of the best shooters in the NBA history. So I guess she's keeping it real. She go from one damn shooter to another, huh? First Tory Lanez, now Klay Thompson. You know what I mean? Beyonce, we already know. Like I said, Beyonce's number one. You know what I mean? Let me tell you how hot Beyonce is. Bobby Brown used to be a great artist. You guys know who Bobby Brown is? Bobby Brown came and he did some like a meet and greet and he was late. Well, Bobby Brown was late for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. They like, Bobby, no, but Bobby ain't Bobby no more. You know what I'm saying? Bobby don't look like Bobby no more. That's what I'm saying. He look like old Bobby Brown right now, right? He came 20 minutes late. They was going to cancel every damn thing. Beyonce came 5 hours late. She said, you know what, I'm just not gonna. No, Beyonce, we'll wait for you forever. She was 5 hours late. You know what I mean? Bobby, hell no, we not 20 minutes, you got a damn problem. You know what I'm saying? Every little step you take is gonna be a problem. Okay? This ain't New Edition. That's going to show you the star power of people like Beyonce, right? She just was going to cancel. Well, no, Beyonce will wait forever. You will wait for Bobby Brown for 20 minutes. Oh, this nigga was 20 minutes late. Oh, this is some bullshit. He come here 20 minutes late. That's what people go. Hey, let me tell you something right now. It depends on who's hot, who's not. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Beyonce, the Taylor Swifts, you know, Megan Thee Stallion. They got the what's the new girl now? What's the new girl? Well, the Glorilla girl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Glorilla. You know, I think they call her Glorilla, but it was Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she from your neck of the woods. She from Memphis, right? Yes. Hot right now. She's hot. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. Like I said, look at the big. Do you guys? Well, he's representing Texas. You know what I mean? The big plug guy. You guys know who he is? Ex the big plug. No.
Yeah, no, ex.
Okay, you're from Texas, right? You're from Houston. Okay, look at that then. All right. So big up to Beyonce and Megan, right? You listen, huge. They're like a staple, especially Beyonce. Yeah, especially Beyonce. No, actually, I've actually went to a funeral in Houston. I went actually again going through the hood. I went through what is it called? The Fifth Ward. Yeah, my cousin took me to that. I said, all right, man, get me the hell up out of here. What you doing? Well, it was two to the power what you showed me today. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealers, it was so hot out there, it was like 105 degrees. Drug dealers out there, flip flops and tank tops. You know what I mean? Selling nickel bands. You know it's hot out there. Ain't no Tim's like New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine, brother. And they go in the car and come out. You know, you can't blame them. It's too hot out there. Yeah, but I like Houston. It's actually, yeah, I went through there, the Fifth Ward. I was like, oh man, I thought New York was bad. Shit. Huh? You ain't got to tell me.
Ghetto boy.
No, you ain't got to tell me. That's what I was thinking in my head. When I said ghetto boy, they had it right. They had the right damn name for that. Okay? Ghetto boys. I was down there, 10 years ago. And there was really nice places, but the one up into the Fifth Ward, it looked like something out of sound. I said, damn, you niggas living in houses like this? This was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Whew.
That's right.
With the heat and the park, that ain't good. You know what I mean? That ain't good. But I like Houston. Houston is nice. Houston is definitely nice. And you guys got a lot of things happening. So like I said, a lot of famous people from Texas. The white guy, Matthew McConaughey, didn't know Barry. You guys didn't even know Barry White, like I said. Usher's actually from Texas and then moved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Usher's actually from Texas. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who else is from Texas? I already told you Jamie Foxx, Sierra. You guys got a lot of people. Actually, one of my great comedians who I actually put before Bill Cosby, Steve Martin. He's from Texas. Yeah. So Texas has a whole lot of people, you know, that's happening. You know, obviously Willie Nelson. I actually opened up at a country concert once in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I knew it had to be Oklahoma, and they said they were Willie Nelson fans, but the whole front row had 3 teeth to their name, 2 in their pocket and 1 in their damn mouth. You hear me? Bandanas and white people chewing snuff. I knew I was in the, and they spitting in the front row. I knew I was in the South. Okay. Right there, Willie Nelson, damn near 100. Still putting out hits. You know what I mean? Still putting out hits. You guys got some country people out here. That's what I can tell you. You know what I mean? But things have changed because, again, I came out one time 15 years ago to visit my aunt, or whatever the case may be. Dallas got some stuff now. You got a lot of stores, open bars, stuff like that, right? I don't know much about Fort Worth, but, you know, you guys got 7-Elevens and stuff. So, you're coming up like game 7 up there, right?
Plenty of 7-Elevens, plenty of them.
Huh?
Plenty of 7-Elevens.
Yeah, plenty of 7-Elevens. Yeah, they taking over. I came in, let me tell you something right now. These Hindu people, whatever you want to call them, and I'm going to tell you something right now about me. I don't give a damn if you think it or not. I'm not racist. You know what I mean? If you're a bastard, you're a bastard. You're a killer, you're a killer. It is what it is. All right? I'm on the plane, and it wasn't a good experience already coming. Well, guy said he was opening up another 7-Eleven in Texas, because I asked him, well, I get scared on the planes, even though I fly. I don't want to try to fly that much, but I fly. So I started asking people questions. I got the Hindu guy here, I got Aknard here, and other dude. I'm already scared to death. I'm like on a plane, shaking like a crackhead on a damn thunderstorm. Well, I'm like this shaking, right? But I'm talking quick, because I want to keep them talking. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. I don't know if you know this. If you feel uncomfortable and there's a couple of those Hindu people or what have you, they're asked to be removed from the plane, right? So I know, I deal with rah-rah Negroes all day. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather a gun or something, but one thing I know about black people, We ain't jacking no goddamn plane. We're not blowing nothing up. So I hate TSA when you come through. You know what I'm saying? You know what TSA should stand for? Those stupid assholes. That's because that's what they are. I come through, a guy's wearing a name tag, name was Sean. Now, again, I want to say this. Okay, I'm not on anybody. I got a gay ass cousin. You put your hands on my cousin, I'm whooping your ass. All right? I think God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That's your business. It is what it is. I don't want people to put, but this guy looked like Little Nas X. Well, so I'm in the back. They're taking my stuff off, but they're not taking my medallion and my watch and stuff, right? So the guy goes, sir, you know, you need to calm down because I already missed my plane. I want you to know it took a lot to get here. I waited 5 hours in the airport. It was crazy, right? So I said, guy, you need to mind your damn business, right? So I go up to the front, and the guy goes, no, I got him. It's all right. What he said? Now, I wouldn't want to say he was gay. The name tag said was Sean. Is this the new thing in the airport? Well, you're just going to touch your chest. And this is now, this is what he said. I would say that to tell you. So you're going to laugh, right? I told my sister, and I said, this shit ain't fit. I'm in Texas already. I feel violated. They touch your chest? Well, and I said, he just, is that fine? I says, you know, he said to me, he said, you okay? I said, no, I'm fine. I turn around. Now I'm going to touch your buttocks and stuff like that. I already felt violated, right? Well, I actually turned around, right? And I said to him, I go, no, I'm fine. Yes, you are. I said, what the hell you say? Right? You can see he's sweet. You know what? You know when the guy's gay, you should not have security at the damn TSA standing like this. Okay? That's that Brokeback shit. Soon the guy starts saying that, I turn around, right? Now this guy's all feeling my butt and stuff like that. Because now they say you're nuts now, right? I'm like nuts and butts. This is crazy in the TSA, right? Well, I thought he said it, but I said I got to get to Texas because I know I was going to catch a case. Because already he stuffed on. I turn around and he says, nice briefs. I said, what the fuck you say? That's what I said. He said, oh, no, I'll be brief. You know, that brief so well. I'm like, I felt violated. I'm leaving the airport 5 hours late. They didn't know where my bag was. They had the wrong information. I got this guy checking me for nuts and butts. You know what I mean? And Sean's hand up my ass. You know what I mean? Not good. You know, well, I'm walking out just feeling violated. You know what I mean? Certain people should not have certain jobs. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because let me tell you something right now. If it's a dream between me and the chick, there's one penis per fantasy. I don't want to know another guy. I don't want to deal with another guy's stuff. You know what I'm saying? LaShawn, so I got him. I should have known something was wrong right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, he came from the back. He was laying in there back. You know what I'm saying? He came there. Are you okay? This and that. Who's there like that? You know, and well, I'm trying to stand hard like a rock wall. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I mean? Ain't all over you. Now, no, that's why nobody wants to fly. The airline I was flying was Frontier. I heard it was originally TWA. You know what that stands for? Try walking, asshole. That's what it is. We said that. They're horrible. I'm letting people know right now on camera, Frontier can kiss my ass. I'll never fly you. Me, 4 other people said it would never fly you. They're horrible. I wanted to pee. I was wanting to piss like a damn racehorse. I stepped off the plane. I said, you know, can I go back? I literally stepped off the plane, like in the plane, like, well, that's why it took me so long. And I said, no, you can't come back in. You can't come back in. Like, I can't even take a damn piss. I paid $350 for this goddamn flight. You know what I mean? Oh. They're like a horrible house guest. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care, you know what I mean? I just don't like guys and you're trying to, you know, mess with you, what have you. It's okay if you are. Just, you know, keep your gayness to yourself. And and we're cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I knew my cousin was gay growing up. We were playing football. This nigga was skipping rope. He was double dutching better than everybody's ass will. You hear me? He was double dutching the hell out of them girls. You know what I mean? You know what time it was. But that's okay. Just keep it there. I just don't like going places like travel. Oh, yeah, how you doing? I'm Howard Moore, this and how, you know, you look mad sexy. Grown ass man don't say that to you. You know what I mean? Son, you look mad sexy. No, nigga, you better get the fuck on my face, okay? Because I don't play this. You don't mess around and have me catch a damn case over here. You know, because sometimes will I say things I go a little bit too far at the nightclub, but it's always funny though. Okay, but sometimes the gays, you know what I mean? They go too far. You know, I know you're gay. I see the midriff shirt. You know what I'm saying? But do they have to have the earrings? And then they got the shirt that says "sexy bitch." And you're not supposed to be a grown ass man wearing Daisy Dukes. I don't care what you say, Will. You know what I mean? Asshole out, stuff like that. You got sexy bitch over here. You got a tattoo of rose. You're going too far. That's all I'm saying. You still be gay and be a man, but they're going too far. You know what I mean? I love like the ladies in the room here. This is like my new thing. No more 30, 35. So just what you guys, I'm in town for a week. All the women that's 55 or older, you got a shot right now. They laughing, well, they don't know. Well, they don't know. You got a shot right now. Before it was 30, 35. No. I'm dealing with 55, 60, 55, 60, good credit score, because I'm good. Okay? I'm good. Nice looking. I do the right thing. You know what I mean? We can go, you can go out. You know, you can get cheese on your Whopper. You're good to go. Some brothers ain't giving you cheese on your Whopper. You know what I mean? I'm frugal. I'm not cheap. I'm $500 a month. That's what I am, ladies. Just in case you're interested, I want you to know I'm $500 a month. You know what I mean? That's how I am. Mr. Houston, now are you married? Can I ask you that your wife? Is that your sister?
Yeah, this is my-
Okay, so how long you guys been married?
No, this is my sister.
Your sister?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
my girlfriend.
This your girlfriend?
Yeah.
How long you guys been dating?
We dated for this year.
Okay, this year. So how much money a month do you help her out with? Because you look great over there, sister. You got the hair, I see it, like the makeup. I see you doing what you're doing. So how much do you help out with?
Hey, brother, we
With this little small crowd, ain't nobody gonna tell nobody.
sure.
Huh?
We do our-
What's your share? 200? Because everything lower in Texas. I'll kill the game out here in Texas.
What's your share, bro?
I'm gonna tell you in a minute.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm gonna tell, but I'm asking you first. I'm gonna tell you about it.
Hey, I'd rather know yours first.
Okay. I don't do more than 500. Let me tell you something. If I had a rap song, this is how it will go. Are you listening? And I want to hear your number. $500. That's what I do, right? So what that means is hair and nails, I got you, boo. Over 500 and shopping, that's on you. I ain't no shoe, not going 500. Hair and nails, no bet 5. Not gate, what's yours?
I can't knock you for it. I can't knock you for it. So.
Okay, but you say, well, I'm asking, so play to play. So what's your number?
I'm a private man.
Oh, now you're gonna be private. You ain't no real. I hate that. Well, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to ask a number. That's how y'all get down in Texas. That's what we doing now,
Smooth operator.
huh?
I'm a smooth operator. I'm a private
Now you ain't smooth operator. You can't be representing Houston because real players look at you like you just asked the brother his number. He told you. Now you ain't telling him.
Hey,
No, hey, that ain't good, man. You can't rep Houston. If this is how Texas is getting down, I can't deal in Texas. No, that's wrong. We developed that. I'm not hating the player because you ain't playing the game. You ain't playing the game, you ain't saying it. But bro, let me give you, I'm a little bit old, okay? I've been around hustlers, gangsters, and killers, okay? What you're doing, that's not what you're supposed to do. If I'm giving you a number, you're supposed to give me a number. You don't fall back. Listen, you don't fall back and go, well, I ain't gonna say it. We in a small crowd. I just proposed to you. You asked me, now I'm telling you. If this was on a street sale, this is bad for you. Because you ain't keeping it 100.
Hey, everybody, all my homies know how.
Well, guess what? Your homies can't be 100 because if you was 100, you would know better. Okay? They don't want to be your homies. Hell no, they ain't 100. They're like 40%. So Donna, do you have something that you want to say before I close out? We have Donna from Doc's bookstore. That's coming up here.
Well, Howard Moore, we just want to thank you for stopping by the Doc Bookshop.
Thank you so much. This is Donna from Donna's bookstore.
From the Doc Bookshop.
From the Doc Bookshop. This is Donna here
Yeah.
with Howard Moore.
Thank you for supporting indie bookstores.
Of course, of
We
course.
appreciate you.
One black love, and we're all trying to make it.
We all try to make it. So y'all give him a hand. Thank you so much for being
Thanks,
here.
Doc. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. You gonna cut it off? I guess, Donna, you guys